Hello and welcome to show number 6 for Jill's Journals. I'm going to take you on a little tour of my trailer today. So if you're viewing just this video, you'll find the whole story at jillelizabeth.net, or if this is on YouTube, it's just a little tiny piece. But the beginning of the journey here is where we begin and what we're beginning with. So here is what the trailer looks like as of today. Okay, here is the trailer. I am going to admit that I've pulled a lot of it apart and the lighting's bad, but as you can see, it's kind of bad shape. There's been a lot of water damage up in the left corner there. Some of the paneling was okay, but you can't really replace part of it without doing all of it. I'd like to also mention that some mice have moved in, so it's really kind of gross. Those are all the frames I pulled off. I was trying to find water damage. There's the heater that doesn't work and the door panels that are gone, and the oven actually works. That's one of the few things that actually works in this trailer. So that's a really old light. I don't know if it'll work, but it's a propane light, and that is my massive hole in the ceiling with where they put in that extender window, and that's where all the leaking's done and most of the stinky rotten wood that I've had to cut out is. So that's where I cut the wood that didn't have any bracing, that almost had the 3 feet of snow cave in on the top. As we move over here, that's where the refrigerator used to be. I had to pull it out. It didn't work anymore, and now I have a big open vent that needs to get covered up, and I have no battery, I found out, so it needs quite a few things. The closet spaces are okay, the cabinets are okay, they're solid, there's no damage there. The windows are all really good, the screens are all good. The table and the benches have been pulled out, so I want to put in a portable table or a drop leaf table, and this is the little bathroom. There's not much light in here, so you can't really see, and everything in the bathroom's okay. There's just a little bit of damage and some paneling that needs to be replaced, and a tiny shower that if I stand up, my head has enough room between that and the top to put a piece of paper through. So it is a challenge, but I'm excited. So that's really not able to see anything much there, can you? So that is my trailer, and that's the view from the bathroom where the bed and the couch will be, but it has a nice open feeling to it because everything's pretty much been pulled out. So there it is. There's a lot to do, as you can see. Okay, so that was me showing you my scary little trailer. I have to tell you that there's a fly in here, so I can't catch him, so we might have an additional star in our broadcast. So sorry if he goes flying by. But it's in pretty bad shape. I've really pulled a lot apart, so it actually looks a lot worse than when I got it. But I have put in a new floor. That went okay, so it felt really good to see that process take place. But as you can see, the inside's in pretty bad shape. So it's really quite a project, but as I will put more information in the written part, it really is a metaphor for what we have to do on the inside. It's only when we are willing to look at our scary, dark, and very broken places that we're allowed to acknowledge that they're there and then to get into the solution. We don't have to stay there. So the metaphor for life is, just because the trailer is scary now, it doesn't mean that it can't be beautiful again. So that is really why I love it as a metaphor, because it's overwhelming when we start, and I am overwhelmed, and I'm not even sure I can do it, but technically I have a lifetime to fix it up. It's not something that has to be done in 1 minute or in 1 day, and we've really become the instant gratification society. So as I wrote about in the blog part, it would be much easier to go buy a new one, but I'm not really sure how much I would benefit from that process. And so for me, I get a lot of personal satisfaction when I can actually see what I've fixed, when I can see my goal in physical form actually changing. And what I've seen in my personal life is the response from other people. And so you know that you're changing on the inside when your outside world changes, just like I know I'm making progress on the trailer when I get to see physical changes, although it's much easier to fix up a trailer than it is to fix up the insides, but just saying. So so I hope you enjoyed this next version of my journals, and I will keep you up to date as I continue with this process of stripping down the old, cleaning up the crevices, and putting in what's new. And if something different develops, so be it. But for now, this is my goal. So thank you for sharing this part of the journey, and I look forward to all your wonderful support, and I appreciate you listening and being there. But most importantly, I appreciate you being part of the JUMP team and transitioning the old world into the new.